Okay, yeah. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of My Garage Roleplay. Alright, so yeah, today we've got a couple of things that we need to do. So first of all, we've got the Sheriff's Lada Sedan up on the lift. So I started looking at parts we're going to need for the suspension work. But he did send a batch of parts that we can start working on for today. So basically we need to get the new engine which he sent. This is the 1.8 liter. So we need to turbocharge this thing and also mount the new exhaust. So there's quite a bit of things going on today. And also I did manage to find a wrecked donor vehicle for this Firebird, so we have to go and pick that up a little bit later on. So but first I think I'm gonna see if I can get this engine in the Lada Sedan over there. So I'm just gonna pull my little Lada coupe out and see if we can start working, because it's quite early in the morning. It's like 7:45. So yeah, let's fire our car up and just pull it out. So yeah, I did get in touch with one of my friends, Mr. Tom, and he said he's going to borrow me a shop truck of his today, because we need to obviously tow something, and Uncle Richard's shop truck is a little bit occupied. So his technician, I didn't mention his name yet, his technician's name is Andy. He needs it to go and pick up some more sandbags and stuff, and he's got a couple of other errands to run for the shop. So yeah, we're not really going to be able to use Uncle Richard's shop truck as much anymore. So luckily my friend Tom did say it's fine, we can borrow his truck, but it's a little bit of a beast, so we need to be careful. Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing first, I want to see if I can get the exhaust taken off. Now where did I put the wrench? Okay, there it is, on the table. So we're going to start off by taking the exhaust system off the car, and then we'll drop it down and see if we can get this engine dropped out. So yeah, I'm not too sure where I'm going to put all these used parts. Thinking maybe we just put them outside for now. So I could probably load them in the trailer a bit later on and see if I can take them down to Steve, because that'll also give us a little bit of money, because the sheriff said we can pretty much keep all the parts we take off the car. So if we do end up getting a car with a good engine block, 1.5 liter, we are allowed to keep it. So yeah, that is actually quite nice. And also another thing is I need to go and pick up a sandblaster, which I've ordered for the rust removal work. So that is another thing that I need to do also today. Right, so we are going to start off by just removing a couple of parts to take the air cleaner off the other engine already, off the new one. So yeah, it's a little bit less to do in this video. Alright, so yeah, we are going to jump in and strip this engine out. Alright, so yeah, I want to ask, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. Also drop some comments down below if you are still enjoying this roleplay series. Now yeah, we've got a couple more ideas coming up, and yeah, I've actually had a lot of feedback from a lot of fans, if I can call it fans. So yeah, we are gonna pretty much do a couple of these jobs eventually for the sheriff. So yeah, I'm not too sure what a cop car has to look like eventually, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, and I'm sure the sheriff will be happy. Okay, so we are going to drop this 1.8 liter engine in the car now, and let's see if this thing fits. I believe it should. Yeah, it's basically a direct fit from what we have. Alright, let's get our fuel line. Alright, let's just make sure we tighten all of these bolts. So yeah, we're gonna be doing these things in phases for the sheriff's cop car. So basically every episode there will be something else we are working on. So I think today I can also replace the battery wires, because that also needs a bit of attention, as you can see. So we are going to remove the battery. as well, and then just replace the wiring in the car as well. So this can come out, and this is pretty much an old part. We'll just drop it here for now. Alright, let's carry on. Alright, transmission is bolted down on this side, so we are going to swap out this distributor. You can actually put that onto that already. So I think our lad coupe actually needs a better distributor, because ours is a after one how much we need, because I think these Lad Sedan, well, these Lad engines, they actually take only 1 3/4 of a bottle, more or less. So we don't really want to overfill it. Alright, I think that is good enough. And now let's just check the coolant level as well. We need a little bit, so I think this bottle up here, this is our half from the last episode. We put in the Firebird, so I think this should be enough to fill up this radiator, hopefully. Just need a little bit just to top it up. Okay, so alright. There we go. Alright, so that is filled up. Let's just put this back on the shelf for now. Alright, let's put our cap on and then we can pretty much take this thing for a little bit of a test drive after I mount the battery. Okay, so let's put that in. So I think this little car should have quite a bit of power now. Alright, so we are just going to move the lift arms. Alright, so let's see what happens. Alright, she is very quick. So I did get acquainted with the owner of the racetrack. And he said we are basically open to use the track anytime we want, just to drive our cars around a bit. So yeah, this is it's a lot of power for a little car like this. It does pop a little bit of a drift. Whoop, yeah, we do not want to wreck this thing. Alright, so I think that's enough play time for now. So let's see if we can just get this thing back in the garage. Alright, so I want to put it by the lift again, because we obviously need to do more work on it. Alright, so I think that actually went quite well. This car has got a bunch of power. So that turbocharger really makes a big difference. And I think with the high performance spark plugs, well, not spark plugs, but the ignition wires and the distributor and the fuel pump, this is quite a deadly combination. So now I know why the police force actually opts for this. Alright, but yeah, now we basically need to hit the road and make our way over to my friend Tom's shop. He's a owner of a gas station basically. So yeah, he's got a very nice shop truck that we are allowed to borrow today. So let's hop into our little lad coupe. I think it's going to be a turtle compared to, or a tortoise compared to that Lada Sedan we just drove. Alright, so let's get this thing fired up and we can make our way over there. So this is going to be quite a bit of drive, because he's got a gas station almost in the middle of nowhere, close to the airstrip where they test the drag racing acceleration of cars. So yeah, I will catch up to you guys once I get close to there, and then yeah, we'll have a look at his nice shop truck. Alright, so here we are. This is my friend Tom's gas station, and there is his lovely shop truck. And this thing is beautiful. So I haven't seen this thing before. I just saw some pictures of it, and man, does this thing look nice. It's got a long range fuel tank and everything. So yeah, I haven't checked the engine on this thing yet, so man, would you look at that. Alright, yeah, this thing means business. So I think this is a 380 cubic inch block. Alright, yeah, this thing should pack quite a bit of a punch, so we should maybe try and take it easy. So my friend Tom did say that he wants to have a dyno test done on it, so I did phone Uncle Richie ahead and he said it's fine, the dyno is available, we can slap it on there. And yeah, he's not going to have any trouble with that or problems with that. So yeah, we also can check up on the process or the progress on the elcamino, not the elcamino, the chevelle. Get me getting mixed up with all these beautiful car names. Alright, so obviously this thing is gonna probably shred the tires if we just tap the throttle, so I'm gonna take it quite easy. But yeah, if you drive something like this, you can not have fun with it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we are going to take it nice and easy. I do not want to damage this thing at all, so yeah, we are gonna just cruise, and I'll meet up with you guys at the shop. Alright, so here we are. I've decided to pull it straight up onto the dyno, so yeah, we might need to push it a little bit more forward, because this thing is very sensitive to its throttle and I do not want to damage it, so I think that'll be fine. Alright, so let's quickly go and get a tag for the dyno, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. Just get this thing strapped down, make sure that it's not gonna go anywhere, and I think we should try and fire it up again and see what it does. So yeah, I'm gonna basically go through all of the gears. Alright, and then we should be able to see the results once we turn it off and go and have a look at the little screen over there. Alright, so my friend Thomas, your Chevy elcamino makes 1,341 horsepower. So that is not bad at all for a shop truck, which we need to use now to tow a trailer with. Let's just get those straps taken off. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So luckily we don't need to tow very far, because Uncle Richard said we can just drop off the wreckage we are buying at his shop. So basically then I can take off the parts. So we are coming back here after delivering this wreckage. We are going to go and collect quickly. So yeah. Alright, so let's quickly get this connected, and I think that should be fine. It actually sits quite nice with the shop truck. Alright, but we are going to jump in and head over to this wreckage. So it's actually close to where Tom's shop is. Just make sure the seat adjustment is right. Alright, so we are going to be off, and hopefully we don't run into any trouble with towing this trailer. Alright, and we have arrived. I see the guy did leave the barn door open for us. Alright, so we are just going to park up here and quickly have a look and see how we are going to go about putting this thing on the trailer. Alright, so we are pretty much just trying to back up the trailer close as we can to the wreck, because we have to pull it onto the trailer with the little waist, or the winch, because there's actually no wheels on this car. So hopefully we'll be able to get this thing hooked up. Alright, so yeah, hopefully this will work. So let's see. Alright, I'm not sure if this hook is gonna reach, but we are gonna try our best. I think there is a hook somewhere over here. I think that should do. Alright, for what it's worth, so this is actually a Firebird, exactly like the one we are working on, but this one has been rear-ended very badly. But all of the wheels, hubs, and as well as brake calipers are intact, as well as some suspension bits. So yeah, unfortunately no engine, but there's a good transmission in here, and a bunch of steering parts, as well as a very good interior. So if we can get this interior installed into the Firebird, as well as the hubs and the brakes and everything, then pretty much the Firebird we are working on should be ready to go. Alright, so I think we should be able to either try and push it a bit closer first. Yeah, this thing is quite heavy, so I'm gonna have to probably try and winch it on. Just move our trailer slightly and just try and line it up a little bit better. Yeah, this thing is pretty solid without wheels, so I think I'm just gonna winch it and hope for the best. Alright, so let's just see. I think this should do. We just need to lower the ramp down again. Alright, so there we have it. Alright, so I will call that a win. Just see if we can push it slightly. Yeah, I don't think that should go anywhere, but let's see how it goes. We're going to try and make our way back home, and I think the guy will close up his own barn, so we can pretty much just hit the road. Alright, so we are safely back at Uncle Richard's shop with our newly acquired Pontiac Firebird. So yeah, I did have to put this little cable back because otherwise this thing was just flipping around the trailer or moving around on the trailer. So I want to see if I can just get it unhooked. Alright, so I think if we jack it up and we'll be able to get this thing off. So yeah, just give me a second and I'll see if I can get this thing offloaded quickly. Alright, so there she is. I did manage to offload her over here, and pretty much we will be stripping parts off this thing from here, and I'll be transporting it back to my shop all the way across the bridge. But I think for now I'm gonna return Tom's truck to his shop and come back with the little lad coupe and see what parts we're gonna take off now so that we can get that Firebird in a little bit of a running condition. We might even be able to drive the car over here itself and get the rest of the parts fitted. So yeah, that might actually be a little bit of a better idea, because my intention is to scrap that car once we are done with everything. Alright, so I'm gonna head back to Tom's gas station and just take his very nice beast of a machine back to him. So yeah, once again we are going to go from a very fast car into a very slow car. So I'll catch up with you guys once I get back there. Alright, and we made it safely back to Tom's gas station with his lovely beast of an elcamino. So yeah, this thing has got a lot of power. Yeah, I nearly forgot this door panel in the back of the truck, so I may actually have to just pop it in the lad coupe here. And be sure to take that with me. Alright, so yeah, we are going to head back to Uncle Richard's shop, and I'm going to start taking parts of that donor car so that we can get the Firebird back at our shop running. Alright, and we are back safely at Uncle Richard's shop, and I think I'm just going to start taking parts off. I did buy myself a jerry can as well, so that is still in the trunk. I actually forgot to take it out. Alright, so basically all the parts we need will be the brakes as well as the hubs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna just take this car apart in place. And yeah, once I've taken all the parts I need, I will probably have this thing scrapped all the way because it's quite far gone, as you can see. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and just strip off some parts, and I will be back with you guys in a bit. Alright, so there we have pretty much most of the suspension parts that we need. So I was thinking while we are here, let's quickly check on the progress on the chevelle. As I said, these guys are busy prepping it for paint. So yeah, it looks like they actually have done some more sandblasting and a little bit of primer work, as well as some Bondo work here and there. So I think once they continue with this car is going to look very good. I see left the primer cans over here. So our hood has been primed, as well as our trunk has been primed. So yeah, that is looking very smooth. So yeah, I can't actually wait for this thing to start coming together again. I might actually have a couple of parts on this rear panel, well, rear axle, that we can reuse as well, like the actual differential and maybe the handbrake cable. But yeah, most of this interior bits will go into the Firebird we are busy trying to get together. Alright, but yeah, I think we can start heading back to the shop. I did check the transmission is a 5-speed, and we've got some good parts in here as well. We've got another radiator as well, so that is all good. We'll see what else we're gonna need. But yeah, I'm gonna start making my way back to the shop. It's getting a little bit late, so don't want to get there by dark. So yeah, there's even some parts inside the car. Alright, so we are gonna set off and see if we can get back home. Alright, and we are back safely at our barn. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of parts to see if we can get this thing running, which I am almost certain we will be able to do now with everything that we have acquired. And also I have found a 1975 hood for this model as well, for this car, as well as the taillight bezel and a grill. So I have actually found that on eBay, so that is basically on order. So I'm not too sure when that will arrive, but we'll see. We'll get a notification. But yeah, we'll see once that arrives. We'll get that fitted to the car as well. But I think on that note, this is going to be the end of this episode. So obviously, yeah, we did quite a lot. I didn't get to the sandblaster just yet, so we might pick that up in the next episode, because we've got to sort out a little bit of rust on this car. So yeah, it's getting quite late. So yeah, I think we should call it a night, and thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate every view and every like. Please subscribe if you do enjoy this content, and yeah, I'll be back in the next one. So until the next time, cheerio.